Sushil. My name is Dr. Jasjeet Singh, and I'll be introducing you to Mr. Engineer Sunil Sharma, sir. He has a very good and rich experience, a professional experience. He is founder, CEO of Sustaineco, and he has been former general manager with Corporate Sustainable Development (NTPC) Limited, Vice Chairman QCFI Vadodara, Fellow Institutes of Engineers India Advisory Committee member, Society of Powers Engineer Vadodara, Senior Assessor, Business Excellence Assessor, Sustainability Certified Engineer Auditor, Certified IMS Auditor, and the list can go on. And like there can be 1,000 words more than this. In 1983, electrical engineering, he has an electrical engineering from Government Engineering College, Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. Joined initially with BARC, and very next month in October 1983, he joined NTPC Limited, served NTPC Limited throughout working professional career of 37 years. While serving NTPC Limited, he has acquired various certifications from IIM Lucknow, IIT Delhi, MOP, BE, NPC, Certified Energy Auditor, Harvard's top-rated management certification program, Harvard Manage Mentor, Dale Carnegie Professional Certification, Information Mapping Certified Professional, Extraordinary Speakers Academic Masterclass. He has been certified with Business Excellence Assessor, Certified Sustainability Assessor, and he is also a certified ISO auditor. He has delivered more than 170 programs till now in India. He has been inspiring young minds like you, and I hope with this session he will be conducting with the same enthusiasm and energy. Sir, it is I'm very much privileged, and it is my honor to introduce you to my students and my institute as an expert speaker. So on today's topic, which is related to prototype or innovation, converting an idea into a startup, it would be such an honor for me to have a eminent personality like you with us. Sir, I'd like to thank you for being with us. I'm very much honored. Please, I will hand over the system to you. I have made you the presenter. You can share your slides now.
Thank you, Professor Jasjeet. In fact, I am very happy to be with you all. And yes, always interaction with young mind gives me immense pleasure to share my learnings and experiences, what I have gathered lifelong. I wish my screen is visible. Hello?
Yes, sir.
And screen is full screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My voice is also okay?
Quite good, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So just before I begin, I want to know how many programs today's participants have attended on startups. Any program conducted for these attendees in institute?
Students, do answer the questions as asked.
I understand it is the beginning.
Sonali?
Yes, sir.
This is the first program?
Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir.
that will, in fact, define how much and at what speed I should progress. If participants are aware of, they have attended similar programs earlier, then I will be a bit fast in the beginning, and then we'll detail out later on. But if it is the first program, then speed is to be accordingly attuned since beginning itself. Yes, please.
Sir, it's our first program.
First program. Fine. Okay. So let me begin with. So innovation is the, in fact, a driving force, and it contributes greatly in development of individuals, whether we are in institutions or organizations, development of organizations, systems, procedures, quality, speed, and whatnot. So this topic is quite advanced. Innovation validation. Converting innovation into a startup. Before this topic, at least participants must be aware of what is the overall startup scenario, what are the innovations, have they some innovations in their own listing and all. So I consider this being the first ice-breaking program on the topic. Accordingly, I will take up from basics. And later on, whenever a need is felt, we can continue with the same topic. So with this background, let me begin with, students must be aware of that we are passing through the age of global boiling. And if we talk previous 10 years, that's 2015 till 2013, these 10 years been the hottest year in the history, one after other. Sequencing is a bit different, but all of them are the hottest. If we talk this year 2014, then January to June, first 6 months, again respectively been the hottest months. So what are the reasons behind such a scenario? Ecosystem deterioration at first was observed in the United States during late 60s. That's about plus 50 years before than today. And slowly and progressively throughout the world, profit being the sole motive of industries, ecosystems were being neglected grossly. As a result, ecosystems reached to their worst health. And in this background, under the aegis of United Nations, the ongoing decade, that's 2021-2030, is being observed as the decade of ecosystem restoration. I will suggest the Institute to kindly organize a program on ecosystems, their deterioration and restoration. That will bring in lot of ideas in the mind of attending community, why it happened, how it happened, what are the way out, and in fact, they forms the basis for innovations. So giving this background, innovations are nothing but the new ideas which keep on coming to our mind from time to time. But since we are not aware, we do not catch them. And as a result, they vanishes. So new idea keeps coming and then keep vanishing and nothing happens. You will all be very happy to know if we talk today, globally, India is the third startup ecosystems. And it happened during 2015, during 2015 to 2023. That's 9 years duration only. Now, we stands at very respectable place and global community is looking with lot of aspirations towards us. So, may I appeal you all to kindly go through the top 100 Indian inventions or top 100 Indian innovations which happened during previous year 2023. Once you go through them, you will have the idea where we stand. And with that, present generation, the millennials, they are expected to delight not only the Indian community, but the global community. So with this brief introduction, let us look into, we will be covering in today's program, the innovation. We'll look into the entrepreneurship, which is the driving force before or ahead of startups. We'll look into the startups scenario in our country. We'll look into the budding entrepreneurs. And may I add here itself that next to Bangalore, Bangalore in fact is the technical or technology capital of India, as well as the startup capital of India. If we talk about NCR, that's Delhi, Noida, Faridabad, and Gurgaon, the NCR territory, then NCR territory is second to Bangalore. So there are a lot of possibilities and potential in area where your institute is located. We look into the inspiring startup stories, the successful one, and finally we will open up for question answer. So with this journey, we will be completing today's program. I am taking you to very basic and fundamental which drive the change management globally, and it inspires individual teams and organizations. The single word is excellence. Its definition kept changing from time to time, and the most appealing and latest definition what I found is from Ronnie Oldham. Excellence is the result of caring. Kindly listen very carefully. Excellence is the result of caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, and expecting more than others think is possible. In itself, it defines the scope and boundaries for innovation, startups, and the change. Previous to this definition, the one which was given by our own spiritual saint our country ever had, Swami Vivekananda ji, he says, teach yourself, teach everyone his real nature, call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakens. Power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come, and everything that is excellent will come when this sleeping soul is aroused to self-conscious activity. So we are self-contained. We are to search ourselves within. That's the excellence as advocated by Swami Vivekananda ji. Even prior to that, Aristotle, he defined excellence in early age, that is before BC, and 322 years BC. Excellence is never an accident. It is the result of high intention, sincere efforts, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. So with excellence as the basis, communicated by these great personalities, I take you forward on today's topic. So let us look into what innovations are. Innovation is a process of bringing new ideas, methods, products, services, or solutions having a significant positive impact, and it also improves the value. Innovation involves challenging the status quo, thinking outside the box, and taking calculated risk to drive progress and achieve breakthrough outcomes. Innovation is driven by a combination of factors which includes curiosity, creativity, and the desire for improvements. Innovation, it comes from innovative minds who embraces changes, welcomes ideation, and encourages experimentation. Innovations occur in various contexts such as science, technology, business, social sectors or social services, and public services. Innovation is not limited to technological advancements only, but it encompasses novel approaches to problem solving, processes, organizational practices, or business models, etc. Innovation transforms a creative concept into tangible outcomes that improve efficiency and effectiveness or address unmet needs. That means the needs of individual or a group of consumer or customer or society which remained unmet for a long time. Innovations lead to economic growth, social progress, improved quality of life, and sustainable development. We know all that we have sustainable development goals which are global in nature, and globally they are being attempted to be addressed. Sustainable development goals under the aegis of again United Nations. They are 17 in numbers. Now let us look into where we stand as a country today. So what is the base for us to begin with? Let us know where our country is, what we are. So our population, everybody knows, is 1.44 billion or 144 crores. Our GDP is US dollar 3.94 trillion, and we are fifth largest economy globally now. We were 10th economy during 2014. During last nine years, we jumped from 10th to 5th, and during coming 5 years, we are in fact targeting to become the third largest economy globally. It brings lot of potential opportunities to young budding minds in institutions like yours. GDP growth 8.2%, the concluded financial year. GDP growth this year is expected to be again in the same range. It is projected right now 7.8%, which is the highest projection for major countries or G20 members globally. You know all that these growth projections, they are updated every quarter during the year. And I am convinced with today's budget bringing positivity into all sectors of economy, we are going to break last year record of 8.2%. Median age, we are not the only largest population wise, but we are also the youngest country among all major countries. Our median age is only 28.2 years, the youngest country. Now, coming to today's topic, there are 1,981,843 users who are thinking to be entrepreneurs or to come up with startups. So there are 1,981,843 users who are visiting the Startup India portal. I am sure since this is first program for you, you may not be aware, but kindly note down and start visiting this portal, Startup India portal. It contains wonderful updates and government policies, how to begin with, how to progress, how to become a successful entrepreneur, to begin with a startup, scale it up to unicorns. So everything you will find there. Now, there are 7,34,529 users The first one is visitors. These are the users out of that on the portal. Out of them, 1,42,792 are DPIIT recognized startups. DPIIT is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Out of total startups in our country by this time are 3,35,000, more than that. So out of more than 3,35,000 startups, 1,42,792 are already recognized by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. That means so many number of startups are in the process of making, or they are already successful. 115 unicorns by this time are among these startups in India, 115. And in numbers, globally, we are the third country with 115 unicorns. So once again, a reminder, take a note and start visiting Startup India portal. From here, I take you further. In fact, I have also given here the hyperlink. But if you search even on Google Startup India, you will be landing on this page very comfortably. So start visiting this page from today itself. Going further, Startup India portal, these are further refresher of that, and funding has crossed more than $100 billion. Together, the startups in our country, their valuations stands more than $500 billion. So they are a great boost to our Indian economy, and that's the reason our economy is wonderfully doing well post-COVID scenario. You may all be wondering, during COVID years, our country has added 44 unicorns during the year 2021 and 22 unicorns during the year 2022. The great numbers. They did not happen in normal time. Even 2023 also it did not happen. But during most stressed COVID period, our young minds did wonderfully well. So these are some of the brands out of that. We will look into all the details further. So once again, in some other perspective from different angle, let us look into and keep in mind our present scenario. Population wise, we are the first country globally. GDP growth wise, again we are the first country among all major economies. Entrepreneurship ranking, which is the basis for startups, we are the second best out of 49 countries rated under this rating, entrepreneurship. So we are the topmost second. Startup ecosystem, we are the third topmost globally. Economy, we are the fifth globally. CCPI, this is what is addressing the ecosystems. Climate Change Performance Index. 59 countries are ranked. We are among them the 7th. And you will all be very happy to know that among G20 countries, we are the only one among the top 5. In fact, rank is 7th, but top 3 ranks are not assigned to any country because none of the country is yet meeting the requirement of limiting global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees centigrade. So ranking starts from 4th rank, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. We are the top 4th rank globally. Energy efficiency ranks. Up to now, 25 countries are ranked and we are at 16th. it brings a lot of opportunities for us to look within, work for, and improve ourselves and our rank. Sustainability rank, out of 48 countries ranked, our rank is 36th. Here again lies a lot of potential, untapped, and opportunities to convert them into sustainable startups and ecosystems. ESG is the modern language globally, which basically compares the efforts and results obtained by various countries in sustainability. So rank is 56th out of 63 countries rank. Tremendous scope and opportunity to work upon and improve for. Sustainable development goals. The 17 goal I have talked earlier. Our rank is 112th out of 163 countries rank. Maybe you are aware there are 197 countries of United Nations as members. So out of 197 countries, only 163 countries are ranked, and among them our rank is 112th. Here again comes a lot of potential for us to work upon and reap the benefits. Energy and environment. I'm sure you all are aware. Last year, G20 concluding session was held in your city, Delhi. In present scenario, energy and environment, they are the global priorities in all top leadership groups. Whether we talk of G7, wherein recently meeting was held in Italy. Our Prime Minister has attended as a special invitee guest, not for the first time, but 7th time in succession, because India, though is not member in G7, but is doing much better than and contributing even better than the members in G7 group. So that's the respect our country has earned and is invited as a special guest in every G7 heads meeting. G20 meeting, as I have mentioned, was held last year in our capital city, Delhi itself. International Solar Alliance, it was proposed by Government of India during the early time of present government, that is 2015, it became International Alliance. India and France, in fact, together, they conceived this idea. Now there are more than 100 countries as members of International Solar Alliance, and their aims are to exploit renewable energy to the possible extent possible globally, so as the dependence on dirty fuel is minimized. Dirty fuels are coal, lignite, natural gas, diesel, petrol, furnace oil, heavy fuel oil, and that means coal, lignite, and petroleum produces, which on combustion produces the greenhouse gases, and largely they are responsible for global boiling. International Yoga Day, this was another initiative our country took, and now this has become globally a movement for leading our lives healthy, in a healthy way. Practicing yoga keep us energyful, spirited, and active. One sun, one grid, and one world. We all know sun sets and sun rises every day, but it is localized definition. If we consider world as a globe or overall as a unit, globe as a unit, then sun keep on only changing its position relative to earth. It never sets, never rises. So keeping that one in mind, this concept of one sun, one grid, and one world is again proposed by India, and it is accepted during concluded G20 meeting held in Delhi. It has become an international movement once again. And finally, I'm sure many of you must be aware, because major events keep happening in Delhi, where you all are living in. This mission life is live for the environment. If you are not aware, kindly visit this portal, Mission Life. It was launched in October 2022, and now it is again an international mission under the aegis of United Nations, which was proposed by India. So you see, our first initiative began in 2015, and during last 8 years, India is in fact looking forward out of box and contributing for the well-being of international community through various initiatives and efforts. So every of these, they bring in lot of opportunities for startups, not only to limit themselves within our boundaries as a country, but look beyond globally. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir, you're very much audible, and it is really good session which shows so many numbers. I'm very much it's like I'm seeing some stats being delivered by some officials. You have gathered such a good data, and it is really good to know that I can also access these things, and I understand the stats which I never have seen earlier. So.
Great. So let us go ahead. International Year of Millet. This was observed during year 2023. Again, it was on the initiative of India, which our Prime Minister took in 2021. And on his initiative, United Nations declared year 2023 as the International Year of Millets. And you will all be delighted to learn that now in our country, there are thousands of startups who are doing successfully well within our country and globally. So in this initiative itself, it became the basis for thousands and thousands of startups. And the next one is India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, which is outcome of discussions and conclusion during G20 meeting. This is going to open up and connect India through Middle East to European continent. And it is going to open up lot of possibilities and opportunities in various fields, including renewables energy, international trade, and whatnot. So with these as the basis, again I am taking you back to for the importance of ecosystems restoration, the decade which is a priority and globally countries are working for to restore the ecosystem, else our lives are going to be tougher and tougher with each unfolding day. Mission Life, I have already explained. I will explain once again before concluding what is a wonderful initiative. There are workable actions which can be very simply practiced by each one of us. And if we do so, we will be greatly contributing in achieving the ecosystem restoration goals. Going further, I have detailed about innovations earlier. Now, how idea becomes innovation? So there are different stages, and these stages begins with ideation. Ideation is the process of sitting together people with intention of doing something new. So if there is intent, people, they gather together in a team, and then ideation begins. There are different processes and methods for doing. Will not be possible to go in detail in those. But the next stage comes after ideation. Ideation is collection of ideas, potential ideas. then evaluation of each and every idea. So during the evaluation, the potential ideas, they are carried forward, and most of the ideas which may not be practically possible today, they are dropped out or kept in reserve. After evaluation comes the prototyping, how to convert idea into a product. And once prototyping is successfully done, then testing is conducted. So during testing, may succeed, may fail. And once success is achieved during testing, then follow the implementation phase. So these are the different stages for converting ideas into innovation, and then definitely innovation gets converted into startups. So a mechanism that helps businesses to navigate through new ideas, that's the purpose. It helps to streamline business innovation and reduce risk, providing a process to prioritize, screen, select, eliminate, refine, and test proposed innovative solutions. So that's the purpose of using the prominently called tool as innovation funnel. So with these wonderful backgrounds consisting of ideation, evaluation, prototyping, testing, and implementation, will leads to innovation from ideas. And once innovation happens, and then the story follows. So before proceeding on that path further, I am taking back you all to the history of industrialization, how and when industrialization began. Our ancestors, they were all in fact living without houses in ecosystems. So there are 8 categories of ecosystems. I was not aware that you people are not aware at all. Otherwise, I could have briefed in a slide or two about ecosystems also. So it can be kept reserved for future sessions. But today, let us look into the industrialization. It began in the year 1780. All right. And it continued Industry 1 for 120 years, from 1780 to 1900, more than a century, 120 years. During this phase, mechanization began. For mechanization, driving force was water and steam. Water and steam produced from water using the fossil fuels. Industry 2, when electricity came into existence, it began in 1900, continued for 70 years up to 1970. And during this process, mass production assembly lines, they became a reality using electricity mostly produced from fossil fuels. Industry 3, it continued for 30 years from 1970 till year 2000, 30 years. During this period, computerization, that means computers became a reality during this period. Automation began, and robotics also came into introductory phase. Industry 4, it began in year 2000s and continued up to year 2020. In fact, it is still continuing. And at present, we are transitioning from Industry 4 to Industry 5. So Industry 4, it lasted for say 20 years. And during this period, data sourcing, communication, networking, and through using internet, globe became a village. So this is overall change which happened during Industry 4. Industry 5, which is just taking up 2000 onward, we can say 2020 onwards. Now what is happening? Distributed value chains, remote productions, cyber physical systems, artificial intelligence, data, these are the latest languages of development. So this is brief about industrialization, how it happened. Now Industry 4 is transitioning to Industry 5. Let us look into what happened during Industry 4 and what is happening in Industry 5. Industry 4 was focused on connecting machines, whereas Industry 5 is focusing on delivering customer experience. Industry 4 was about mass customization. Industry 5 is hyper customization. Industry 4 was about intelligent supply chains. Industry 5 is about responsive and distributed supply chains. Industry 4 about smart products. Industry 5 about experience activated, that is interactive products. We say, Alexa, kindly play so and so song. In no time, it starts playing song. We say, Alexa, what is the time? It tells you what is the current time, like that. Next is, manpower was distancing from factories during Industry 4. That means people were losing jobs globally. Retrenchment became a reality and it caused a lot of distortions in the society during Industry 4. But Industry 5 is different. Herein, people are returning to factories. More and more people are engaged, and in fact, they are teaming up with intelligent machines, improving the product quality, durability, and making them economic. So these are the transitions which are going from Industry 4, which was about more and more, to Industry 5, which is about new and different. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, entrepreneurship is the learning which converts innovation into successful storage. So let us look into entrepreneurship, what it is. Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to initiate, develop, organize, and manage a business enterprise along with uncertainties in order to make profits. So purpose of entrepreneurship finally sums up at making profits. May I repeat again? Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to initiate, develop, organize, and manage a business enterprise along with uncertainties in order to make profits. Further, the most prominent example of entrepreneurship in the present era are starting of new businesses, what we now term as startups. Entrepreneurship is the creation of economic value. Entrepreneurship is viewed as a change entailing risk beyond what is normally encountered in starting a business. Entrepreneurship gives a chance to create employment as also to scale up business dimensions. Entrepreneurship is essential, and entrepreneurs have the courage to take risk and writing successful stories. So I will take you through some classical success stories of budding entrepreneurs of our country. World Entrepreneurship Day is observed on August 21st globally. And we have seen that globally our rank in entrepreneurship is the second best. So why not to work upon further improve and become the leader in entrepreneurship? It is essentially required for nurturing ecosystem and becoming the global best. So 21st August is only coming month. May I appeal you all to observe this day in your institute as Entrepreneurs Day. Organize some special programs to celebrate it. The day aims at celebrating entrepreneurship by acknowledging the entrepreneurs and encouraging the aspiring entrepreneurs. So that's the purpose. Further, entrepreneurship is an essential driver of societal health and wealth. So if we are to work for improving health and wealth, entrepreneurship is must. Entrepreneurship is a formidable engine of economic growth. Entrepreneurship promotes the essential innovation required not only to exploit new opportunities, promote productivity, and create employment, but to also address some of society's greatest challenges. Sustainable development goals or the economic shock waves created and experienced recently during COVID time. So entrepreneurship is critical. The promotion of entrepreneurship is in the focus of many governments worldwide for the foreseeable future, especially considering the significant negative impact on economies due to the experienced pandemic. Entrepreneurs are always busy people. They are not lazy or free. They are always busy people. So entrepreneurs are always busy people. They keep doing majorly following things to keep them growing effectively and efficiently. So what they do? Planning the next product. They are not satisfied with what is happening now or what they are doing at present. Along with doing and improving what they do at present, they also keep on planning about the next product or service. Brainstorming the next business, strategizing the next market move, studying human behavior. Human behavior is most complex. If we succeed in knowing ourselves and our peers, we are almost successful. Mentoring entrepreneurs. So they themselves being entrepreneur, they also keep mentoring budding entrepreneurs so as they also keep learning new concepts and ideas. And they keep busy reading books, business magazines, and bulletins to keep themselves updated about sectoral know-how, overall economy direction, government priorities, and society requirements. They always devote time in networking. And networking not only limited among knowing people, but they take it forward locally, nationally, and globally. In present world, in fact, networking is the basis of becoming a successful individual. Taking time off for self, family, and society. So work-life balance always remains in the mind. That also remains one of the priority. They take out time, they plan, schedule, and finally they also enjoy life with family and contribute in society's activities. Now, there are 10 categories in the process of evolution of entrepreneurship. So I will not be going through because time will be too short, but just to name them, the first one is intrapreneurship. It is about entrepreneurs who exhibit entrepreneurial behavior while working in an existing company. So that is in fact reflected by their actions and activities. Second is imitative entrepreneurship. Third one is buyers entrepreneurship. Fourth one is researchers entrepreneurship. Fifth one is hustler entrepreneurship. Sixth one is large company entrepreneurship. Seventh one is small business entrepreneurship. Eighth one is social entrepreneurship. Ninth one is innovative entrepreneurship. And the last one is scalable startup entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship in itself is a program for more than 3 hours. So in nutshell, just I thought, let me have a glimpse of that known to you all. So with these backgrounds, let us look into the proud Indian entrepreneurs, who they were and now are. It begins with J.R.D. Tata, the most respected entrepreneur, followed by Dhirubhai Ambani, T.B. Sundaram, TVS motorcycle, I am sure you must be all aware of. So TVS is T.B. Sundaram, the group he founded, is from Chennai, is one of the most respected automobile sector. Dr. Kurian, the White Revolution, which began with Anand in Gujarat. Now the revolution is known by the name Amul, and Amul today is available worldwide. The next one is PM Munjal, the Hero Group, Hero motorcycles, two-wheeler, scooter, even cycles. Now they are already in e-vehicles. The next one, these three trio, Tata, Birla and Kumar Mangalam and Mahindra, Tata, Birla and Mahindra, the present great entrepreneurs of our time. Then the Nirma brand, Mr. Karsanbhai Patel, Anil Agrawal, and finally Lakshmi Vilas Mittal, man of steel, globally the man who owns most steel producing industries, not only India but globally. Vedanta Group is Anil Agrawal. So these are the proud Indian entrepreneurs. Now the next generation, these are here. Mukesh Ambani, Ratan Tata, Narayana Murthy, and so on. So these are startup. We will look into them. Mukesh Ambani, Ratan Tata, N.R. Narayana Murthy, Sandeep Maheshwari. He is a successful startup. His company is Image Bazaar. The next one is Ritesh Agrawal, the Oyo Rooms. Is one of the most successful startup entrepreneur who are now the unicorns. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, Paytm. Kunal Wal is Snapdeal. And Siddharth Lal, Eicher Motors. Next to them, this is wonderful example, is Kalpana Saroj. May I appeal you all, both girls and boys, to kindly study her on internet. How an illiterate, married as a child, widow became a successful entrepreneur. And she said, Ivy League degrees and fancy MBAs are not what make an entrepreneur. Grit, perseverance, and a superhuman ability to have faith in yourself does. She has given definition herself and became living example. She is living example today. Kindly go through her life and how she became a successful motivator and entrepreneur. She received twice national level awards, Nari Shakti Award and the the Padma Shri Award. Next to it, I am coming to now startups. A startup is a company or project undertaken by an entrepreneur to seek, develop, and validate a scalable business model. All these backgrounds I have already shared to form a sound basis for you all to now understand what startups are. So, startup ecosystem, we will look into these technicalities a bit later. For now, the startup industry has become driving factor for global innovation and business growth. Companies need to learn how to adjust to trends while being sustainable and efficient so that more startup can survive on long-term basis. Further, kindly start visiting Startup India portal. That's my reminder again and again. If you really are interested in becoming an entrepreneur, entrepreneur becomes employers, not the employee. So if you want to be employer, have your own entity and lead a respected life, prefer to be an entrepreneur, employer, not the employee or yes man. Launched on 16th January 2016, the Startup India initiative has rolled out several programs with the objective of supporting entrepreneurs, building a robust startup ecosystem, and transforming India into a country of job creators. Transforming India into a country of job creators instead of job seekers. Today's budget, in fact, focused on creating employment, and this thought was shown in year 2016 through startups. These programs are managed by a dedicated Startup India teams, which reports to the Department for Industrial Policy and Promotion, that is DPIIT. Is a hyperlink to this portal again. Now, we look into here startup ecosystems. So, an entrepreneur, in fact, requires technical skills, entrepreneurial cultural values, experienced mentor they need in the process, regulatory framework or regulatory environment they need to understand, then collaborative culture. Individually, yes, there are successful entrepreneurs, but in today's complex world and multi-dimensional business model, it is better to have a heterogeneous, like-minded members in team. They may be all close friends as well. So collaborative culture is an essential requirement. Then success will become visible. Risk tolerance is must. We must be prepared to fail. Success never comes 100%. Always there are difficult times. So we must tolerate such risk, and availability of capital. It used to be a big issue earlier, but now with time, Government of India have rolled out many supportive policies, and even banks are coming with dedicated branches supporting startups. So availability of capital is becoming easy with time, and if we work upon these elements in an integrated manner, definitely success is bound to follow. So to make it happen, government has introduced entrepreneurship, innovation, and startups in universities, like you are having this program today. Advisory and mentoring organization, startup incubators are there. Startup accelerators is a reality. Co-working spaces are now being created for entrepreneurs. I will show you some real examples. Service providers in the field of consulting, accounting, legal, etc. They are available to pace up the startup journey. Event organizers are contributing wonderfully. Startup competitions are there, and investors networks are there supporting the ecosystem. Venture capital companies for funding, crowdfunding portals are there, other fund providers on the basis of loans, grants, etc. are there. Startup blogs and other business media, they are there to keep learning continuing. And there are variety of facilitators to make a startup journey a pleasing experience. So with these backgrounds, again, furthermore on startups, startup in fact is a new entity, remain a startup up to a period of 10 years or till the time it achieves turnover of rupees 100 crore. So a startup will not continue to be a startup forever. No, there is a time-wise limit of 10 years or turnover-wise limit of 100 crores. An entity recognized as a startup by EPIIT is eligible for benefit granted under procurement processes as against the requirement of obtaining eligible business certificate by the interministerial board. Now, Government of India is facilitating procurement from startups by government departments and public sector organizations. There are now guidelines for preferential treatment of product and service providers from startups. So government is working to facilitate the startup experiences journey, making them successful. Startup being provided with 80% rebate in filing of patents if we compare it with their competitive companies. The benefit of 80% rebate has also been extended to educational institutions as well. Educational institutions shall mean university established or incorporated and includes any other educational institutions as recognized by an authority designated by the central government or the state government or the union territories in this regard. So these are the governments who are defined for. I wish time is 16:45. So up to what time you intend to continue? Yes, please. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Up to what time you intend to continue?
Sir, we can go up to 5 o'clock, sir. Next 13 minutes as well we can use, sir.
Right. That's why I asked that what time you should sum
No
up.
issue, sir. Next 13 minutes can also be used.
So should it be used for question answers right now? Or you want me?
Yes, sir. We can start with some questions from students as well. But I'd start myself that sir, my only question here is like I have worked on Industry 4.0 in my thesis work while I was doing my PhD. But now as we are growing towards Industry 5.0 and people are adapting it towards Industry 5.0 only. But there are a number
Okay.
of policies which are still to be active in terms
Yes.
of Industry 5.0. So, what do you
Perfect.
think that till what time we can see the change in actual world?
See, change is always continual. There is no cut-off time. As we have seen in journey of industrialization, earlier pace of change used to be quite slow. That indicates that industry 1 continued for 120 years. Industry 2 continued for 70 years. Industry 3 for 30 years. Industry 4, we can say plus 20 years, is still migrating to Industry 5. So pace of change is speeding up. And Industry 5, in fact, now you must be experiencing since last 2 years that digital, our Prime Minister himself have termed data as the present age gold. So digitization and artificial intelligence, these two are taking up very speedily almost all segments of industries and services. I wish you must be satisfied with the answer.
Yes, sir. Totally, I understood it. That yes, it takes a lot of time being in industry. Like it took 120 years for the first, and 100 for the second, then third, then fifth, like 50 to 70 years for third and fourth. I know the change has to be. It actually has to be slow, I guess, because slow progress is always good. We learn a lot of things out of the slow progress.
No, now what is happening, we do not know what competitors are doing. Earlier
Yes,
competition used to be, in fact, very limited. Now competition is dimensionless.
totally, sir. Totally understood.
If you talk to your parents or grandparents, for them, world used to be village or a nearby village or nearby town. Now,
Yes,
in
sir.
a
Yes, sir.
period, in a period of say few hours, we are traveling from one continent to other continent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Understood, sir.
and
Got it.
and what about the use of internet, the mobile, sitting on our table in no time, I connect to my family members in Europe and USA and talk to them as they are sitting in front. Like, so world have been changing and is changing for good. If we do not keep on pace with the change, we will be left behind. All right.
Got it, sir. Got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
So let students come up with questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Himshikar, Sonali, anyone? Yash?
Yes, sir. May I?
Yeah, definitely. You are welcome. You can switch on
Thank you,
your
sir.
camera and talk face to face. Yes. Oh, professor. Okay, come on. If you are not in a position to switch on, no issue. Come on. Ask your question.
Thank you, sir. Sir, my question is, one every time move towards a commercialization. So, how one can plan to continue refining and improving the prototype as we move towards it?
See, commercialization only follow when your idea becomes a product or service. So it's a journey which takes time. And how much time? It depends on your own efforts, mobilization of resources, formation of teams and all. So initial stages or steps I have already shared with. Fine. So case to case it varies. One example I will like you to all go through to know there is an institution in your own place, SRCC, right?
Yes, sir.
SRCC. I have delivered series of programs in that institute on this very topic. There is one startup which has come up from students. and it has become very successful example. And it is very simple. You can search right now on Google. You will land on their wonderful page, website. That is Petal. P capital Tal. Petal. So what they are doing, they have in fact a Petal used to be earlier for cooking utensils. But with time, it was losing its importance. It is very helpful as far as human health is an issue. Now, this group of very young students from SRCC, 3 in number, they formed a team, worked upon the concept, and now they have set up their startup, which has become functional and doing wonderfully well from Amritsar. So just their journey is very short, but it is very inspiring. And it is from minds like you. So you can correlate comfortably. Am I all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You want another example?
Yes, sir, please. Possible.
In Delhi itself, you must be looking behind auto postman,
Advertisements.
right?
Yes, sir.
So there, one boy of 13 years in age, in fact, he converted his idea into a startup, and it has become successful countrywide. Porter, railway stations पर कुली होते हैं ना?
Porters.
So they are called porter. So that boy have used that title for his startup, and that company now is doing wonderfully well. You can read about its success. That boy is still in teens, not at 20. So he started this startup at the age of 13, when in only schools. You want more examples? So there are n number of examples, in fact, available in slides in this very presentation. But because of time and this being the first program, I took you on journey very comfortably. Otherwise,
Sir,
in a period of
sir,
70
I'd
minutes,
like to,
I
yes.
deliver 100 slides.
If you allow, sir, I'd like to share your content with my students, and I would like to present myself the content to the students in my class as the case study, because I teach e-commerce as a subject, sir.
Yeah, that's fine, but content cannot be shared like that.
Okay, sir.
It takes their outcome of years of sweating.
Understood, sir. Understood.
Yes. In fact, today itself, I have received invitation. I will be going as a member in the panel of judges in IIM Bombay on 3rd August.
Many congratulations on that, sir. Many congratulations.
Thank you. So, any more questions, students?
Ravleen, ma'am, ask a question.
Sonali is there.
Yes, sir.
Harshita is there. Do you have any question to ask?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ask for.
Sir, can you introduce us to other potential mentors or industry contracts that who might be beneficial to our startup?
Can I introduce to you to other mentors? Huh?
Yes,
You are
sir.
saying like that? Let your professor contact someone in SRCC.
I can connect with Kanika Gandhi. Professor Kanika Gandhi is there.
Yeah,
And,
there are. Yes.
Mr. Alok Kumar is there.
But
in
all
management.
are not free, like
Yes,
me.
sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
I would ask if they can help out Sonali with the projects and all. I'll ask.
Sonali, what is your idea? What do you want to do?
Sir, I just want to ask them like for startup.
Like
Oh.
there must be some idea, Sonali. that you have in
See,
mind, you can share with sir.
you are to begin your own learning journey first.
Yes,
You
sir.
should consider that people will teach you ABCD of startups. That much time is not available with mentors.
Yes, sir.
So
Exactly.
first of all, you should mature yourself on that topic. And once you are having some potential idea, then only role of mentor starts. It doesn't start from scratch,
Yes, sir.
right? Harshita is there.
Ravleen ma'am, ask a question, please. Yes. Yes, yes, ma'am. You can turn on your mic.
Acha, Madam Harshita is a professor with you?
No, no, sir. Miss Ravleen Kaur is with us.
Okay,
She is from management side only.
okay.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sir, my query is like, as a teacher, as a professor, what things like there are more
Your voice is
courses.
breaking. Your voice is breaking.
I'm audible, sir?
Okay.
Yeah. So, sir, as a professors, though we can't go in the industry area uh, while leaving the jobs or academics, so if side by side we want to do something like a startup, so what all things can we do related to academics only? Like, for example, there are MOOC courses that are on Neptel and all things. So for the Neptel, it is a startup or some or the other source of income as well as a platform for the students and teachers. So what all things we can propose as a startup, being good professors?
See, it depends on the type of your idea, what really you are thinking, what you have in mind. So knowing the idea only, that will establish whether visiting industry is essentially required or not. And if it is required, then what segment or sector of industry. So if you share the details with me, I will be in a position to guide you what to do, how to progress.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
Right?
much, sir.
Right. Thank you. Mr. S. Nayak is there.
Sir, I think they are on hold right now. I've just asked them on the in my personal chats if they want to ask anything.
Okay, fine.
Students, any other questions? We'll be ending the meeting. I guess
That's
they
fine.
are on hold. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, sir. It was a really nice session, sir. Thank you so much for being with us on such a short notice. And I believe I'll be very much happy to, be in constant touch with you for my students. Again, I would like to call you for some other events, and we can have another good session for more than 1 hour, sir. It would be a session with other things as well, like on the other topics that you have been working on, you have expertise on. I'd be
I
very
have
much happy to
more
have
than
you
30 topics.
here. Yes,
There
sir,
are more than
totally.
30
I
topics
I
which
I
I will
I have
discuss.
read all your profile, so that I have actually gathered a lot of information from your side. I would surely be in touch with you. Thank you so much for being with us today on such a short notice, and I hope we can have a good relation further in the future, sir.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the session. It was a session organized by IIC Gibbs, and this was Dr. Jasjeet Singh with Engineer Sunil Sharma, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day, sir.
My name is Sushil.
Sushil, sir. Sushil, I'm so sorry. Sushil, sir.
Yeah,
Engineer Sushil Kumar Sharma, sir. Thank
right.
you so much, sir. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.